Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Another concern when you have honeybees is Nosema, and I guess it's a parasite that was recently reclassified as a fungus, and it has numerous symptoms, and I guess the symptoms can be similar to other diseases, so they're hard to classify or specifically attribute to Nosema. But Nosema is a problem. And one of the ways to keep it in check is to mix up some essential oils. And what I have here is some lemongrass oil, tea tree oil, and this other one is essential oils, wintergreen oil. And you want to make sure you have natural oils, not, I guess they make synthetic versions of these three. And I'm going to mix quantities of this into a cup of water and then emulsify it, because oil and water don't mix. So I'm going to run it for 5 minutes in this blender here, and that will be a concentrate. And then I will take that and cut it with some more water, and then add maybe a cup of that diluted solution to my sugar syrup. So I've got my antique Oster blender here. I'm going to start with 1 cup of water. I don't see anything specific on some of these quantities. Some people are just putting drops of the diluted solution in their syrup, and other people using larger quantities. But for the concentrate, let's start off with 2 to 3 drops of lemongrass oil. Bought this off of Amazon. So 1, 2, 3, there's a little bit more. This stuff is really fragrant. I guess that's also used for attracting swarms. And the next one is tea tree oil. Again, it says here 100% pure. It must be true, right? Because it's on the bottle. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of the tea tree oil. Sort of smells like turpentine. There's 1, 2. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of wintergreen oil. Smells like spearmint or peppermint. Peppermint. So 1 teaspoon. So let me put the cover on and run this for 5 minutes. It should turn like a cloudy white. So that's 5 minutes. So I think the point of this is to emulsify this, and this stuff's pretty strong, so you just want to keep on cutting it. You don't need to add a lot to your syrup. My understanding. I've seen someone else make the base with raw honey instead of just water. So this is 5 cup capacity. I'm going to fill up this with some more water here. I'm going to mix this up some more. So I don't think this could go bad. You could probably just store this in a container, and I don't know, maybe I'll put it in one of these containers. So that's enough for a lot of treatments. So I'll add about a cup of this into my quart containers. I'll give that a try. And with the lemongrass oil in there, I want to see if you get a quicker reaction or more reaction than with just the regular syrup. Now I have a lot of mint near the beehive too, and the bees are really loving that. I wonder if bringing the mint pollen or nectar into the hive helps with any of these problems, like maybe hive beetles. Maybe it deters hive beetles. So I have about 2 quarts of syrup here that I mixed last night and has cooled off over the night. Yeah, maybe I'll just put 1 cup into this. Like I don't think they can overdose on this. So this is my first try at this. So 1 cup. I'm thinking now you're gonna maybe half a cup, but so there's 1 cup. I mean, I guess if they don't like it, they won't take it. So I put 1 cup here into the 2 quarts, a little bit more than 2 quarts. Trying to mix it so I could get them into the just 2 quart containers here and not have any left over. These canning jars. So I'll just fill these up and see how the bees take to it. Each out at the hive. Okay, there's the bees. I've got the sugar solution here now. Make sure you tip this upside down away from the hive so you get that vacuum in there. Okay, so let's see if they go crazy over this or I notice any difference in the reaction as opposed to the regular syrup solution. So there's 1 quart. There's another quart. Every time. Someone always gets in the way when I want to put the jar down. Okay, so there's another one. And I had a little left over here. Let's put a couple of drops right there, see what they do with that. Now I've got a question. Anyone out there have a suggestion? When I use this ventilation setup here and put this on, and right now I have this empty super. I might have a couple of questions. When should I start putting frames in the super? Shouldn't they start? I know there's honey in the brood chambers, but should I start having frames in the super also? Right now I'm just using the box to cover up the feeding jars, but I have this, went off on a tangent there, I have this ventilation section here, and a lot of times I find the bees bouncing up against the screen, and I was wondering if it was the newer bees that don't know how to go back down into the hive, and I would imagine that there's a lot of wear and tear on their wings. So if I happen to catch it, I just let them out. But I was wondering why they were doing that. I don't know if I should drill a hole in a super to have direct access into the honey stores. I don't know if that's any different than I have a hole in the second hive body that gets used, but not that frequently. And I was wondering if I put the super in, I have this inner cover on top of the 2 brood boxes. If that ends up going on the super, can you put 2 inner covers? If I put a second inner cover with a notch in it underneath this to let them escape, if that would be okay. But that's just something I was wondering about. But anyways, that's the mixture with the essential oils. The wintergreen and the tea tree and the lemongrass oils. And that's supposed to help with Nosema and also deter the hive beetles. So this is New England gardening. But this is my first application of this mixture, and hopefully it'll help. I don't see them going like crazy, any different than with the regular syrup. You notice I didn't use any smoke. So we got some bees there on a couple of drops. Seem to be liking it. I can smell the essential oils from here. So if the hive beetles don't, oh, you see some fanning going on down there. And they're still eating the pollen patty. So this is New England gardening with the first essential oils added to. I see some wiggling going on. First essential oils mix into the syrup feeding solution, taking care of, supposed to inhibit hive beetles and prevent or treat Nosema. Thanks for watching.